Welcome, everyone. This is Spoiler Alert. I'm Dr. Darren Detweiler,
I'm Colin Godson-Green.
and we are at the National Restaurant Show in Chicago.
Chicago.
And I cannot tell you how excited I am to talk about,
Oh, get it.
food topics with Knala Keith from Del Taco, my favorite restaurant. Welcome, Knala.
Hello.
It is so great to have you here. I know that you know this. As soon as I found out that we were going to be able to talk with you, I was like, sign me up. I'm excited.
Fangirling.
I don't think a week goes by and I don't go to Del Taco.
I'm happy to hear that.
Well, tell us about Del Taco for us East Coasters
Yes.
that aren't as fortunate.
Let's
to have
make that assumption that, because you're not in all states.
We are not. We're only in 17 states currently with about 600 restaurants.
And for those who don't know, there is something so incredible about Del Taco because I can't even tell you I can't describe it, but there's something different about the cheese and the lettuce and the ingredients.
Maybe it's the fact that we hand smash our beans in-house every single day throughout the day. Fresh grill our chicken, fresh grate our cheese, dice our tomatoes. That pico de gallo and guacamole is made right there with our own special spices and
Well, it makes a big difference. We were talking before we started recording that we're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you have a location out there, right?
I do.
And so we're going to have to make sure to.
Dr. D is going to bring me.
I have my favorite menu items, but there's a really cool culture around Del Taco. I'd love to go into that. What is it about this culture that with Del Taco that's so fascinating?
I would say Del Taco it's a second family. I have raised all of my children in Del Taco. I have started at the bottom, worked our way up. And in fact, most of our office has started inside the restaurants. We know firsthand what it takes to run a restaurant from all positions, levels, experiences, different backgrounds, and work to make sure that it is a conductive environment for our teams.
And you've been there for some time. Tell us about your journey.
Almost 14 years this June.
14.
I started at Del Taco as a cashier, walking in on my 16th birthday, looking for my first job. Got hired in on the spot, became a shift manager at 18. So on my 18th birthday, they actually had me run my very first shift.
Great present.
It was a different age back then, and worked our way up. I skipped quite a few steps and got my own restaurant at the age of 19, about to turn 20 years old. Worked as a restaurant manager for 8 years and recently took over a corporate office position as a manager of operations support with Del Taco almost 3 years ago.
Wow. Before we go into some meatier topics,
Oh my God.
do you have a favorite item?
I love our cheesecake bites, which is an off-menu dessert item, and our classic green bold bean and cheese burrito. I have to get those beans.
I have a favorite.
Let me guess. An 8-layer veggie, hold the rice,
Oh, yes.
make it a 7-layer.
Yes.
Winner,
So
winner.
I'm that kind of guy. I asked for a change on the menu. Can you just take away one of the layers?
That is what Del Taco is good for.
Yeah.
I love it.
You can modify anything. If you have a tortilla allergy or gluten allergy, we can modify everything because it is made fresh to order.
Well, that's an important difference. I mean, there's so many places where because I want the same taste, I want the same product, I want the same experience, there'll be some pre-assembled or some, centralization, and you don't do that there.
No, that nothing is prepared until you place that order. That's when that patty gets placed on the grills. That's when those fries get dropped in that oil. There is nothing made and waiting for you until you order.
Well, you're also, by the nature, you're dealing with a lot of fresh ingredients, your tomatoes, your onions, lettuce. What new challenges kind of come in terms of not only the freshness of the product, not all those ingredients are cooked, but also that you're preparing it fresh in front of the customer after they order it? Are there more challenges in terms of the tracking, the auditing, the food safety?
So Jolt honestly helps us with a lot of the tracking and temperatures. So we hold temperature checks throughout the day. Some restaurants still have ice baths because we are an older company and we have a lot of retro style restaurants that came from the 50s and 60s and 70s that were built. So using our food safety tools is what helps ensure that we're safe and ready for the customer. But we are fresh making that food every day throughout the day. So keeping up on our refrigeration is the most important.
I think, like, to your point, everything's made fresh. So then it's, as such a big brand, it's sometimes surprising that, you don't have all this pre-prepared stuff coming in because you want that consistency across operations. I think that just means it's like a testament to you, the operations team, and the training team. Like, training must be an integral part. Like, if I got hired tomorrow, your training program must be brilliant because, like, that's exactly what you need. Like,
We
everything
have a
needs to be the
very
same.
big training program,
Yeah.
and we all start with a specific position.
Okay.
And even our people that come in through QA or accounting and finance or HR, they also spend time in our restaurants and go through the same training program to make sure that they understand the level of freshness and
Yeah.
quality that our stores need to be prepared for.
Now, I would imagine that you hire a good amount of teenage employees.
Yes. I'm one
And
of them.
yeah, do the math, right? Is this, for many of those employees, the first time they've ever had any kind of actual food safety training and conversations?
It it's definitely a high amount. We hire quite a lot of minors, and they've never had experience. So we have a lot of training videos to start, a lot of hands-on events, scavenger hunts, learning. Yeah, and we make it very involved for them, to where they need to watch a video and then they go on that floor and learn it, practice it, show, tell, do, review, the lovely 4 steps everywhere does. Um, and really have to learn how much pride and care we take in our restaurants.
Yeah, it's really one of those things. I know it sounds crazy because I go in there almost every week, but it must be the time of day I go in there. Del Taco is one of those restaurants where I almost always see employees, that's where they eat lunch as well.
Yeah.
That they not only enjoy, but they see that there's a good reason why to
And
eat their own
how can
products
you
there.
not? I personally had not eaten Del Taco before I started working there. And as soon as I worked there and saw the cheese being grated and the tomatoes being diced and everything so fresh and clean, how could you not want to try it? It's
Yeah.
like home cooked food, just in a fast environment.
And it's good. I mean,
It
I
is
know it's
delicious.
crazy because I'm like sounding like
Yeah.
I'm like
This is an
I
ad.
love this. He must be hungry.
Our customers are regulars.
Yeah.
Once you have Del Taco, you are consistently coming back for that clean, tasting, friendly, open environment, because it's not only that are you getting fresh food, but you're also being welcomed.
I think that's a big part. And like you
Yeah.
even saying that you come or go to a Del Taco every week, like,
How many of them know your order?
yeah. And there's
Yeah,
chains.
there is a woman who knows my order. She'll say, "Hold the rice." Yes, yes,
Oh, hold the rice, you're back.
yes. That's my name.
Yeah,
That's my name.
yeah,
Hold the rice.
I had guests, I would see their car pull into the driveway and be like, all right, start to make Nancy's order.
Yeah. Start to
Like,
take the rice away.
But I have told them, like, I appreciate the fact that I love your iced tea, and it's not
fresh fruit, by the
it's
way.
fresh brewed, but it's
Unsweetened
also
on the West Coast.
yes.
Yes.
But I've been to places where iced tea, they come and they'll dump in the ice and they pour it in there, and you know that nozzle is an issue, but you use a specific piece of technology that I know is a better quality product, even just for your drinks, right? I also know I have a friend who has a medical condition, and tacos, burritos, your products, right? Their doctor said, if you're gonna go and you have choices, Del Taco is a good choice for you because they avoid this. Because like you go to so many places and everything's fried and battered and there's so much bread, and it's good for you. But if you can't have those
Items.
ingredients, those items in your diet, then you're like, what are you gonna do, right? You can only eat on a lettuce,
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
times, kind of a thing. But you don't just provide a great quality product for your customers. There are people whose medical and preferences, their medical needs or preferences are now able to be met. and they have confidence in the quality they're going to get from you.
Yes. So customization is a very big factor at Del Taco. That is one of the day one trainings, is knowing how to customize products for our guests and their specific needs. I used to send people home with wrappers with markings on it of master these markings, because we need to make sure that if that guest orders no onions and they have an allergy, it is important that they get those no onions.
Yeah.
Not only for our brand and our image, but for that guest to return.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're trusting us with their food preferences. We need to be able to we deliver on that.
Now, we were talking earlier about this idea of how many people, like, they'll put in years and they'll advance, like you were talking about, right? Do you see people who over time, they've been working there for a while, they experience a change in not only like the technology you're using, but I mean, the world, like the social media, there's so much more information that people are asking questions about. Is it, like questions about like gluten and onions and allergens and stuff like that. Do you find that your employees are more receptive today than maybe, in the past about those questions that customers are asking?
I think they're a lot more aware. There's a lot more conversations around specific matters, whether it be gender or allergens or just the culture that we are in today. How we greet our guests has changed over the last decade greatly, and so has our training department to accommodate that. Back in the day, we used to, I should not say back in the day, but our training used to be a booklet pamphlet that we would give, and we would talk about it and go through it. And now our training has shifted to videos and gamification and a lot more involvement, to where it's not just that piece of paper you give. Here's the new product. Here's how we do it. Go have fun.
Yeah.
Now it's a lot more of, here's the paper. This is what you're going to be learning. This is the outcome of your learning. Now let's go watch a video. Let's do it together. Let's reenact. Let's even make cashier job aids of how are we going to approach this when a guest asks this question.
And you have those moments where you're introducing new items. There's always the seasonal
Every 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Really?
Every 6 to 8 weeks.
Wow.
Karen is very much aware.
Wow. And
Yes.
you said 14 years?
14 years this June.
What's the most memorable or craziest new item that you recall?
I will say, I think our shrimp.
Oh,
Our shrimp is always, so this is a returning menu item every single year around Lent, Easter season for those higher seafood purchases, but it's also the most detrimental.
The
Most detrimental. It has the seafood allergen. Shellfish is a very big allergy awareness issue, and the cross-contamination is very key on that. So I think that is the most memorable, just because we constantly, every year, have to reiterate it. Because sometimes we hire those teenagers who are only working for 6 months. They didn't have it last year. So even though it's not a new launch to me, it's new to our field.
That's a great point. It's new to them. I mean, I have to admit, I did have your 2 for $6 soft taco with the
And
shrimp.
are they not delicious?
They are very delicious, but I don't think about it in terms of, oh, it's a new product, or there's a new challenge, or ooh, there's a new level of attention to detail that.
But aren't you lucky that you don't have to think like that? Because obviously you didn't have, like for someone.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to say I have anxieties, but if I go to some other restaurant, I'm going to be like, I'm going to be looking for this. I'm going to be looking for this. I'm going to be avoiding that. I don't know. They don't know this. I don't know this. But when I find that kind of confidence in a brand, I'm always going to want to go back. And I tell you, there are some brands, I mean, I'm not going to mention any names. There are some brands that I will, I don't care. I will avoid those brands. But I mean, even my wife knows, it's Friday. You're going to go to Del Taco? And I'm going to make another plug too. Your French fries are better than they have to be. They really are good French fries.
I don't think we would have ranked #1 last year if it wasn't for that.
So if you are in a state where Del Taco is coming to you, I don't want you to go there simply because I said so, or simply because you're excited by these new flavor profiles. But seriously, the confidence that I'm a very critical food safety eye, and I'm very critical in terms of leadership as well. I've always been impressed with Del Taco. So I want to thank you for being a place that I find to be a place of confidence
We
that
are
I go to
happy
over
that
and
we can
over again.
deliver on that. It is that is our end goal. Is we want those customers to feel happy, safe, and confident with us, so that way we can continue delivering for the next 50 years and continue growing.
That culture is evident throughout. Like obviously I work with Del Taco a lot, and like food safety is an integral part. Any changes that are being made, it's cascaded through food safety. You know, like those 6 to 8 week rollouts you guys do, it's not just like, oh, our customers enjoying this. It's like, what temperatures are they being served at? You know, if we're introducing a new meat that maybe we haven't had before, or shrimp, like it have our standards been updated to include the cooking of seafood into it. You know, it is an integral part throughout. And that's 100% culture. I agree. And like, that's something that you can't quantify or taste. It's just part of your
Calvin has
business.
had to deal with us very firsthand when we launch things. We like to be very thorough on not only what our image is to the guests, like she said, but we include lots of questions, and we do what we call a culture of quality. And
Nice.
it is our guarantee where we have above store leaders, corporate office members, and even the stores themselves go in and reconduct a secret shop visit, go through, come back inside the restaurant behind the counter and verify, are we doing this the way we trained it? To make sure that that consistency is always there for our guests.
Well, I love the idea of the consistency, but I also think that one of the things I would attribute to a very good leadership attribute for Del Taco is that when you look at the bigger picture of sustainability, being able to adapt to changes in ingredients, to changes in menu items, to even just the changing customer base, if you're not able to be flexible and to accommodate for that, I don't know how it is going to be easy for leadership to say, this is how we're going to navigate our journey forward when you're looking at the short term and not the long term.
It's a part of how you have to do business. If you can't adjust and redirect and retrain, where are we going really? How are we going to keep our doors open if we can't make those swift changes and those quick actions? If there was something to occur, especially, you need to be able to identify, correct, and move forward swiftly.
Well, it's amazing too. We've had some conversations about speed. You know, it used to be that the only KPI was speed. Get it out fast, get it out fast, get it out fast. And, well, you know, and fast is in the word fast food, right?
Yeah.
But you can get things out fast, but if it's not the quality and the experience and meeting that specific need of the customer, then speed is irrelevant. And that must be difficult to, especially for new employees, to explain that, yeah, we don't want to take forever, but we also want to get it right.
Yeah. So when I first started with Del Taco, the thing that we used was fast, friendly, and accurate. Those are what we want to achieve. And I used to make jokes about some other fast food restaurants that I will not mention, that you may go somewhere and get fast and accurate, but are you going to get the friendly? Or are you going to go somewhere and get fast, but are you getting friendly and accurate? Or any type of modification. Del Taco, we strive for all three.
Some fast food brands now don't have any of the three that I'm thinking of, you know, especially like kiosk ordering is a big thing nowadays. So like, how would you know even if the friendly status is there and those sort of things?
So with Del Taco, if you're ordering on the kiosk, we're still trying to greet you.
Yeah.
We're still trying to welcome you. Hey, welcome to the Del Taco. Let us know if you need help.
Yeah.
Let us be there for you. I can say I was in a restaurant visiting, doing, I think, a culture of quality just a month ago. And I saw a cashier or a guest walk up to the kiosk and just with a confused look on their face. I'm jumping over there. What can I help you with? I need to modify that. Let me show you how so you got it next time. And that is the type of environment we try to have at Del Taco.
Excellent. Especially when you have, you know, from very young to elderly I mean, I see regularly in terms of, you know, it's such a range of the diversity in terms of your customers that come in there. But they all come in there because of the consistency and the quality and I'm sure the confidence they have in the
And I
product.
think the customization,
Yeah.
we can accommodate, like you were speaking earlier on, there's certain diets that cannot eat a lot of places. And we offer a lot of those alternatives. If you visit our website, we even have a list of what's gluten free, what's vegetarian, what's vegan, what's this. So that way you don't have to think about it as a guest. Go pull up that nutritionals and you can go down the line and say, what can I eat here? Without having to question and wonder, am I going to get sick from eating here?
And I want to ask one last question before we run out of time here. All these questions and assumptions and confidence that the customer sees on one side of the counter, if you will, it really depends on all of the leadership and hard work and even the technology that's going on the other side of that counter to make that all happen.
Without our leadership teams, we couldn't guarantee as much as we do. And we're really thankful to our store operators, our above store leaders, our training department on making sure that every step is covered for our guests.
Excellent. Knala Keith, Del Taco, you have no idea how excited I was to speak with
No,
you.
I
Thank you.
think everyone knows
All
now.
right, all right, all right. All right, you can see it. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for everything, and I can't wait to experience a new Del Taco.
I will be excited to see you guys there.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Punk.